welcome to the second WSL match of the evening. Tonight we have the West Coast Cobras versus the Andinas. For the West Coast Cobras we have number 3 Sarah Ranieri, number 4 Shelby Cochran, number 10 Samantha Brady, number 12 Frankie Murray Hocking, number 22 Crystal Brook, number 8 EJ Silva, number 1 Annie Farrell, and number 7 Elise Clemenson. And for the Andinas tonight we have number 1 Noi Pukuyu, number 10 Ingrid Gomez Basalo, number 8 Emma Yias, number 7 Luana Asenso Cabello, number 6 Mayu Hayashi, number 3 Gina Camilla Jimenez, number 22 Taylor Reid, and number 2 Sarah Ashuel. Sorry if I butchered any of those names. As we start play here with the Andinas. Good play here, keeping the ball well, and there's an opportunity, but great save there by Farrell. Hayashi there, thought she'd find the bottom left-hand corner, but Farrell with that swinging right boot of hers denied her of that opportunity. Here's Asenso. Resets to Reid. Looks for Hayashi, but Farrell collects. Wide to Brook. Down to Murray, and there was an opportunity, but well collected by Pukiu. In possession now the Andinas, but ran out of space, and the Cobras have won themselves a side kick. Back to Cochran. Wide to Murray. Back to Cochran. Looking for their target in Ranieri, but can't find her at the moment. Flick down the line. Looking for Brook, but just ran out of real estate. As we see Brady check in for Ranieri. As Cochran brings it up, looks for the 1-2, but Asensio does well to clear her lines, and it goes out for a West Coast Cobras side kick. Of course, 2 experienced coaches in the likes of Luke Ross for the West Coast Cobras and Rob Midgelak for the Andinas. Bad touch there by Brook, but does well to just see it out of play, and Andinas will regain possession here. Brings inside. Well dealt there by Crystal Brook. Out wide to Hayashi. To Reid. Look for the back row to Hayashi, but well read there by the ladies in green to see that one out of play. And now Brady encourages the press, and Shelby Cochran regains possession for the Cobras. Back to Murray, but now the Andinas are pressing. The Cobras still in possession with Brady. Resets Murray. Back to Brook. Andinas doing well to just keep the ball in play here, but they've just run out of real estate.
Ball down the line, but seen out well by Yillis and Noi. Yillis driving forward very heavy, of course playing against her old team, West Coast Cobras, as well as Reid. Good pressure here from Murray. Second attempt from Brady, and just spilling the way of the Cobras at the moment. Murray deciding to reset now with Cochran. Cochran finding that long ball forward, but Ambitious effort for the run of Frankie Murray. Reed on the ball. Hits it to Asenzo. Ball across to Yillis. Playing some 1-2 touch passing from the Andinas in the moment as they find their target, but Shelby Cochran wins it well and now drives. Murray out wide to Brooke, and the ball just seen out. Ball with Reed. Reed being forced out wide as she does a nice back roll for Yillis. Yillis. Ball out wide to Hiyashi. Now with Yillis. Now with Reed as Andinas are rotating very well. Yillis ball down the line to Asenzo. Asenzo getting pounced on by the West Coast Cobras, but just spilling back to them. Reed trying to do that through ball and seen out by Murray. Now it's counter-attacking opportunities. Now the ball is with Brooke, and Crystal J. Brooke, I should say, and she just runs out of real estate. Ball just running out as Cochrane is checking off for Clemenson. Murray. Brady driving and spinning back to Clemenson. Clemenson turns the ball down the line and wins the one-on-one. She's now down the line and she goes for a shot to the back post, and no one's home in that occasion, but Clemenson did well down the line there. Of course, scoring a similar goal against Perth AFC earlier in the week. Clemenson trying to beat Yillis, and Yillis picking her pocket. Yillis now looking to counter-attack as she hits the ball to Reed and just hits Clemenson's side. Now out wide as Brady almost picks it back. Yillis's ball. Yillis hitting Reed. Now with Hayashi, who forces the ball forward. Back to Reed, who controls well. Now with Yillis. Yillis forcing the ball forward to Hayashi. Gives the ball back to Yillis. Now it's Frankie Murray versus Yillis, and Murray winning that one. Ball with Clemenson. Clemenson finding a nice ball to Brady. Brady holding on to it. Playing the ball down the line, almost finding the head of Murray. Ball just being recovered. Now with Brady. Brady showing some nice footwork. Trying to take it down the line, but Reed had it covered well. Brady to Clemenson. Now with Murray. Murray forcing the ball forward to EJ Silva, but just can't get it onto her head, and the follow-up run from Clemenson just not connecting. Ball with Yillis as she looks to do the reverse pass, but just seen out as Murray is checking off for Ranieri. Silva. Brady. Back to Silva. Now with Ranieri. Ranieri trying to find that killer pass as she hits Clemenson. Clemenson on her right boot and shoots it right at Noy in the circumstance, but was hit with venom. Yillis driving now, and Clemenson's got to be careful. That ball down the line to Yashi. Does it well. Covers well, I should say. Yillis. Back to Reed. It's a 0-0 affair. 11 minutes left off the first half as Yillis takes Silva down the line, and Clemenson doing well to cover there. Yillis hitting that ball across, but Silva winning it. So now it's a counter-attacking opportunity. Brady trying to take a player down the line, but Yashi's seeing it out. Back to Ranieri. Ranieri with a good touch. Back to Brady as she hits the back of Ranieri. This ball is seen out. Ranieri to Brady. Brady taking it down the line well, but just can't beat Reed's pace. Yoshi checking out for Asenzo. Good check there from Ranieri. She shoots, but just can't get the connection onto that one as Clemson tries to pick the goal. Yillis playing the ball down the line to Asenzo, and Brady's not checking her player as Reed. Ball tries to go out to Reed, but ends up going out. Ball with Yillis. Out wide to Asenzo. Asenzo taking it very deep. Out wide now for the Andinas. Now with Senzo, she gets pressed by Clemenson, and Brady trying to win it. Hits the head of Ranieri. Ranieri now have time and space as she distributes well to Silva. Silva now driving time and space. Good tackle there from Reed as Silva decides to reset. Clemenson down the wire to Brady. Brady time and space. Tries to hit the ball back to Clemenson, but blocked well by Yillis. Pacao getting it to Yillis as Andinas set up as a 2-2 at the moment, but rotating back into that 3-1 very quickly. Yillis play the ball across to Reed, and Reed slowing the game down. Ranieri almost wins that ball as Yillis turns, and ball is just out. Called as a foul on Yillis. Playing to Senzo, back to Yillis. Back to Senzo. Andina's very happy to play these 1-2 passes until they can hit the target like they have now. Playing the ball down the line, but ball was not hitting their target's run. Farrell decided to go short to Ranieri. Back to Crystal Jade Brooke. Out wide to Silva. Silva looking that ball across and just wins against Yillis. As now Elise Clemenson's down the line. Shoots. And Ranieri almost finishing the second opportunity. Good blocks there from Andinas. So far the game has been pretty 50-50. Both sides getting their chances. The ball is with Clemenson. Shoots, and good block there from the Andinos as Farrell comes out. Brady. So not Brady, that was Ranieri. Clemenson showing some nice footwork, skipping past one. Hits it out wide to Jade Brooke. Jade Brooke getting pressed by Reed, and ball seen out by Reed. Jade Brooke hitting Clemenson. Ranieri hitting that ball forward, and no one was on the follow-up for that one. Senzo just giving that header passes. Now it's EJ Silva versus the world, and Reed just sees it out. Clemenson checking off for Murray. Ball with Yillis. As Reed does nice run to the middle. Ball out wide to Senzo as Murray almost wins it in a stride. Reed fighting well as the fight between Jade Brooke and Reed continues. Both Silva and Ranieri checking off for Cochrane and Brady. Ball distributed short to Jade Brooke. Now with Brady. Good turn there from Brady. And she's now down the wide and just hitting the ball right into Yillis. Now with Pacao as she hits the ball over to Yillis, and Yillis trying to hit the ball over Brady, but Brady wins it as good physical battle between these two ladies. Ball now with Reed. Just miscontrolling that one as that was miscontrolled by Cochrane as she tries to find the ball to Murray. And Dina's deciding to reset as Yillis plays the ball through, and Cochrane just seeing that one out. Cochrane hitting Jade Brooke. Jade Brooke deciding to hit Brady. Brady showing some nice footwork but deciding to restart. Now with Cochrane. Pacao deciding to hit Reed. Reed controlling very well. Ball with Yillis. Yillis playing the ball down the line, and Brady wins it as she takes a line, and Yillis steps out the way as that's a ball for Frankie Murray, and that's in the back of the net. That was a beautiful goal, well worked by the Cobras as they go 1-0 up. I'm not sure quite what Yillis was doing there. She just steps out the way and watches the ball go in the back of her net. Beautiful take on by Brady down the line. Ball with Asenzo. Now Yillis out wide. Now back with Yillis. Hayoshi on the ball. Now with Yillis. Ball through to Asenzo, but not going their way. Back with Asenzo. She tries to find the ball to Hiyashi, but can't find it in this occasion. Ashwelli checking on for the Andinas. Hiyashi. Good shot on the line by Brady as Yillis just runs it out. Four minutes left on the clock. Now with Asenzo, she skips in the middle. She looks to go on her right, but good cover there from Murray as Brady's now on the break and just pass it right to Pacau as Pacau isn't challenged by that one. Ashwelli doing well on the press there, but just couldn't win it as a bomber for Brady. Now with Crystal Jade Brooke. Ball through, beautiful ball through to Cochrane, but Hiyashi just seeing it out. Ball at the side, Cochrane on it. Jade Brooke asking for it. She's on a 1-1, lays off for Murray. Murray restarting to Jade Brooke as she looks to reverse ball and cut off by Asensio. Cochrane doing well, reading the play there. Now with Brady. Brady finding a nice ball to Murray and tries to dummy it for Crystal Jade Brooke, but wasn't quick enough to get onto that one. Ball with Yillis. Yillis losing out to Murray as Murray goes around the keeper, and that's Cochrane in the back of the net. Beautiful press there from Frankie Murray, and Shelby Cochrane taking it on her weak foot to see it in the back of the net. There'll be a time out for Coach Rob Rishlake for the Andinas. They weren't expecting this start to the game, and we'll have to see how he riles his side up to recover. And we'll be back after this quick break. Senzo starting to restart to Yillis. Yillis playing the ball down line, but Brady just seeing it out. Trying to control it into her stride, but doesn't come off in this occasion. Yillis back to Ashwelli. Now sends it down the line as she shoots with her right foot, and that was well high. Murray starting out very high as she's left unmarked. See if Farrell realises, decides not to elect to hit her. Cochrane to Brady. Now pressured by Ranieri. Down the line. Beautiful ball back to Brady is just seen out by Ashwelli. Now with Murray. Shoots with her right boot and Senzo blocks it as she opens up on her left and just can't find that in the back of the net. But Cochrane is trying to win it back, and here she's now driving. Cochrane winning it back. Now with Ranieri. Back wide to Murray. Now back with Ranieri. Ranieri back to Brady, and Brady with a mistouch pass to Cochrane. Ashueli hitting Yillis, and Yillis beating Cochrane as the ball goes to the back post, and Asenzo not marked well by Brady, but all started with Cochrane getting beat on the inside, trying to shut it onto left foot, and we know Yillis is very good with her left foot. Hits it right down the line to Asenzo, who hits in the back post. Ranieri restarting till Silva, now with Clemenson. Hits Frankie Murray, who plays the ball back to Clemenson, whose touch was just taken away from her. Minute 40 left on the stop clock. Ranieri hitting Clemenson and deemed to be just off the line. Good set play from the Cobras. Ashueli hitting Yillis. Clemenson heavy pressing and wins the ball for her efforts. Now with Murray. Now with Silva. Now with Ranieri, hits the ball over the top and trying to challenge Murray to a header, trying to beat Noi Picao, and that will always be a challenge. Senzo back to Yillis. Back now with Asenzo, trying to cut in and does well, but Murray wins it with a good double teaming. See if she can win the second one. Yillis skipping past her. Yillis restarting to Asenzo. Now taking the touch backwards. Now with Yillis. Now to Ashueli, who gets dispossessed by Ranieri. Now with Yillis. Yillis ball over the top to Hiyoshi. Hiyoshi restarted to Asenzo. Asenzo getting pressed by Clemenson as Frankie Murray by Yillis as she wins the ball back. Gives it to Clemenson and Asenzo just clearing her lines. Ranieri hitting Silva. Now with Clemenson. Ball down line to Murray as hits Silva well. Bay reset to Clemenson. A good one-touch, two-touch futsal from the Cobras. Ranieri trying to play the players on and just good winner in that occasion. Now with Silva. Silva getting beat by Hiyoshi as Ranieri libers off injured. Jade Brooke just running the court with her bib on. Silva trying to throw the ball to Frankie Murray and Asenzo. Getting dispossessed by Clemenson, but he actually winning the seconds. 22 seconds left on the clock. Asenzo, Yillis. Yillis skipping past one and can't pass past second as Crystal J. Brooke receives it and passes a nice ball to Murray. See if she can finish now. Now with Clemenson showing some nice skill and trying to go down the line. Crystal Jade Brooke now on the ball and just can't open up on her left boot, Murray. And that will be half time. We will join you after this quick break.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week, Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
Welcome back to the second half of action. So far we've seen the West Coast Cobras take a 2-1 advantage going to the second half. been a good contest as Andinas have cemented themselves into the top 4 for the WSL this season. West Coast Cobras, they've been exceptional on some occasions, as tonight, as you can see they can compete with the very best, but a few results haven't gone their way this season, and unfortunately that out of the contention for a top 4 finish. However, it won't deny them to have a thrilling contest to prove themselves and to show that they can compete against the best of the best in the WSL, as we can see them currently beating second placed Andinas. However, we've still got a whole half of action as now Silva has an opportunity, cuts inside, takes a shot, and what a finish there by EJ Silva. She dispossessed Reed, who just had a missed touch on the flank. She brought it inside. Good track back there by the Andinas defender, but Nui was blindsided, and EJ Silva slotted it in the left-hand corner. And now here go the West Coast Cobras again, but Frankie Murray just runs out of space, and the Andinos ladies get back and defend that opportunity well. Silva into Murray to make it 4-1, but Nui stands strong. Farrell collects with Brooke, looks for Silva, who did find a pocket of space, but it has been called an Andina's ball, even though Clemenson thought it was her own. Restart play here with Reed. Goes down the line, intercepted by Clemenson, but Hayashi did enough to win herself a side kick there. Reed goes for the shot, but never gonna test the likes of Annie Farrell. Cobras with some excellent 3-0, 3-1 rotation, but now they've been dispossessed, but Cochrane does well, and now there's an opportunity here. Murray still in possession, cuts it back. Cochrane, but well defended there by Reed, and the retained possession. And just a mention for the remaining fixtures of the evening. Next up, of course, we have a enthralling encounter of the Footscarbs versus the West Coast Cobras in the MSL. That's a massive contest, as if the Footscarbs get a win in that match, they will cement themselves in contention for top 4, but there's a goal pulled back there by the Andinas. Reed with the toe poke just outside the box, and it caught out Farrell. They halved the deficit of 2 goals, and now it's 3-2 with 16 minutes remaining. The Andinas, they can't catch top spot in South Perth Alliance after their victory earlier in the night, but obviously they want to cement themselves in second spot, and they want to get a result in this contest. Hayashi resets to Jimenez. Out to Reed. Good press here by Brady. Back to Nui. Reed does well. Breaks the press, and now wide. Comes across, but well covered there by Brooke. Reed goes for the shot, but collected by Farrell. Brooke back in possession. Anyway, as I was mentioning, our next match of the evening is the Footscarbs versus the West Coast Cobras, and if the Footscarbs do get a win in that match, they will cement themselves in the top 4, leaving the Northern Hawks left out of that position. The West Coast Cobras have confirmed themselves in second position, but they would love to get a win in that contest. And then after that, we have the Condors Futsal Club versus Spearwood Lions, and to round off the night, the WA Eagles versus the Phoenix Futsal Club. But back to the action on hand now. The Andinas, only 1 goal behind the West Coast Cobras. The West Coast Cobras have been excellent so far, but an excellent goal there by Reid. And now Murray has an opportunity. 1-on-1 with Noi, but straight at her, never challenging. Noi collects. And now, counter opportunity here for the Andinas. She takes a shot, but Farrell collects and goes for the follow-up and sees it out for a corner ball. Good dummy there. Back to Reid. Goes for the shot. It's dipping, but just over the crossbar. Murray. Sorry, that was Cochrane. Corner ball called here for the West Coast Cobras. A slight touch there off by Hayashi as Cochrane goes to Murray, but the volley never looking threatening. Noi goes long, finding Reid. Reid has been solid so far for the Andinas, been solid at the back end and got herself on the score sheet. Ranieri out to Cochrane, wide to Brady. Well intercepted there by Hashi, but Cobras regain possession, but here's an opportunity. Reid takes a shot, but exceptional save there by Farrell. Murray mops up for the Cobras as Cochrane skips past 2, but the touch goes astray and Andina's back in possession. Murray again. Back to Reid. Well done there by Brady. Ranieri goes for the back heel, trying to find Brady, but couldn't connect with her. Ranieri being strong defensively for the West Coast Cobras tonight, as that ball couldn't find the likes of Hayashi, and will reset with Farrell. As we see Murray check out for Silva. Silva has gotten her goal for the evening. Cochrane, wide to Ranieri, finds Silva. Great first touch, regains possession. Goes long to try and find Cochrane, but Noi collects. As we see Asensio check back in. No foul called there, as a bit of an awkward encounter there, and play will be stopped. Ranieri did just fall on the top of that player. Brady to reset play here for the Cobras. Out to Ranieri. Clemenson tried to find Brady, but just couldn't get that pass on target. Reset play with Noi. Plays back inside Hayashi. Back to Ilias, but Brady does well to clear the lines. The pressure was coming there by Hayashi. Brady to Ranieri, back to Brady. Exceptional 3-1 rotation, but where they're lacking is finding that target. In that instance was Silva. Played wide. Good pressure here by Brady. Stepping strong and doesn't win herself a side kick, but an opportunity to win back possession from the Andinas. Reid Getting pressed well by Clemenson. Keeps it in play. Really good footwork there to get past Clemenson, but Brady was there to clear her lines. Chip down the line to Asensio. Brady, her defensive work rate so far this half has been exceptional. Back to Asensio. Brady again. The youth of the West Coast Cobras shining through in this contest. Silva with an exceptional finish, and then Brady defensively. Ranieri with a... That was a beautiful dummy, but Silva just wasn't on the same wavelength to get on the end of that ball. Reed back to Noy. Played wide. Chipped down the line, but just runs out of space as we see Ranieri check out for Brooke, who checks back in. Brooke brings it inside, tries to find Murray. Well cleared by Hayashi. Reed resets play. 9 minutes remaining. It's been an enthralling contest so far. Both sides have had plenty of opportunities as Reed skips past one, gets past two, but Frankie Murray does well to collect. Reed still going. She finds Clemenson, goes for the shot, and that makes it 4-2 for the West Coast Cobras. Clemenson, Murray did exceptionally well with that defensive work rate and then slipped it through for Clemenson, and that shot just got past Noy. 8 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in this second half of action. Silva breaks. It's a 2v1. If she can find the pass, she does. Gets back inside, and referee says it didn't go past the line, but Silva looking threatening on that break there. Exceptional 1-2 with Clemenson, but the defence by the Andinas ladies held strong. Clemenson brings inside, goes for the shot. Hayashi clears, goes for the 1-2, still in possession, but now Brooke goes wide. The West Coast Cobras have upped the intensity in the last couple of minutes, putting scoreboard pressure back on the Andinas. Silva again, keeps it in play. Resets to Murray. Silva, now pressed by Asensio. Reed in possession. Murray again, how good has she been this second half? Hayashi plays wide. Asensio, her touch just let her down there, and now Silva mops up possession. Back to Brooke. Wide to Clemenson. Couldn't get past Reed in that instance.